Okay, tai sveiki visi, man pavyko pasisodinti labai jaukiai ir labai ramiai. Šalia manęs John Rhys-Davies. Did I pronounce it correctly? John
You
Rhys.
did wonderfully. I was just listening to the rest of it and just thinking, well, that was easy for you to say.
We can try later Lithuanian, okay, with you. So, tai šalia manęs atsisėdo puikus aktorius, visų labai mylimas žiedų valdovo nykštukas Gimlis. Taipogi pasirodęs ir Indiana Jones viename iš filmų, ar ne? Tai kaip minėjau, šalia manęs sėdi puikus aktorius John Rhys-Davies. Ir thank you very much for agreeing to speak with me. A few questions I have here, okay? Let's start with your career, okay? About Lord of the Rings. I have heard a story what you wasn't really keen on being in the movies, and one of your sons actually talked you into doing it. So what happened? Why you didn't want to do it? What did he say? So you decided to actually go with it.
I didn't think that Peter Jackson understood the magnitude of what he was trying to do. I didn't want to waste a year, 2 or 3 years of my life doing something that would never get made, never get finished. Secondly, I wasn't a great Tolkien fan. I'd not really enjoyed the books when I tried to read them. And it was partly my son who actually said to me, "Dad, turn this down, I think you're nuts." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Think about it. In every bookshop in the world, there's that much space devoted to Tolkien. Think of what that means as an audience." And I thought, yeah, okay.
So you got an offer to play a role in this movie, and you started to just questioning, right?
I got asked whether I wanted to play Gimli, and I thought, I don't want to spend 3 years in a full prosthetic and things like that. You spend all your life trying to become identified as an actor. Why would you want to then cover it all up and never get out of that again?
Have you heard what Amazon, right, is doing a TV series about Lord of the Rings, right? What is your opinion about that?
Here, it was relayed to me in the middle of an interview, and it was wrongly conveyed to me. What I heard was that it was going to be a remake of Lord of the Rings, and I thought, for television, I thought, yeah, well, that's a waste of time. In fact, what it is, it's the prehistory of both The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and there is a lot of stuff there that Tolkien wrote that indeed should be done. So I spoke off the top of my head without fully understanding the facts. And I was wrong to do that. I think it's a worthwhile project. I, however, will not be playing Gimli. I am done with that. I have moved on. There are other things. But I wish them well.
What other things? Can you share some secrets maybe of your future career plans?
I've got a couple of scripts that I've just written.
You've written a script, right?
And I'm setting up a film company with, I've always written actually. I've set up a film company in the Isle of Man. I've just done a television series in New Zealand, a little comedy 6-part television series. And my dear friend Jerry O'Connell would like to reboot Sliders. I don't know whether you ever heard about Sliders. Sliders is a series about alternative universes. Science fiction. And I have said, I'm still angry at it because I think we wasted a great opportunity. And if we could go back and revisit it and reboot it, I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life doing it. You realize when you're 74, you don't want to get involved in a 5-year, 8-year project because it's the last thing you'll ever do. And there are far too many things to do before I finally become so old and useless, and you're going, and you're interviewing me, and I'm going, I'm there, but I'm not there yet. So, yes, I would do that as well.
It seems like you're a very busy man, right?
Yes.
And just great to hear that too.
No one should retire. the best thing that you can do for the health of your nation is to scrap the retirement age. Simply say, live, earn your keep, make sure that you're able to look after yourself in your old age, or don't get old. Too many people retire. That's very unfair and an oversimplification. But too many people retire and suddenly all the shape of their life stops. And they just fall apart. They sit in the same seat every day and they watch the television. And a year from then, you know, they have their first heart attack or they're diagnosed with something like that. I am sure that I am mortal, but right at the moment, I'm too busy to be ill.
That's great. Let's get back to Lord of the Rings, okay? I'm just curious, okay? Sorry. Are you somewhat in contact with other cast members of Lord of the Rings?
We bump into each other, we send each other our good wishes, but most of us, touch wood, are still working and are busy. So these are things that you do in between jobs, you know. I like doing them because it teaches me about the audience that I have. And I think actors need to know who their audience is and need to be able to listen to their audience and understand them if they are to be good at delivering what the audience wants.
What do you think a basic fan of Lord of the Rings is then? What is the audience of this franchise?
A very interesting question there. I always found that people who liked Lord of the Rings tended to be smarter and probably have a higher income than some of the fans for some of the other films. And it intrigued me, and then I thought about it and I realized, look, the people who really are fans of Lord of the Rings either read the book before they saw the film, or they saw the film and then went and read the book. And it's a big, big book, you know, and just to get through it means that you are in a certain percentile of the world's population. So yes, Lord of the Rings fans, I think, tend to be smarter than other audiences. That's not to say that Raiders of the Lost Ark has a dumb audience. It doesn't.
I think we are more keen on having fun, maybe. Like Indiana Jones is, I guess, is more funnier, more relaxed franchise. And Lord of the Rings has a lot of like philosophical value in it, yes. As much as I see, like religious.
When did you first read Lord of the Rings?
Honestly, I haven't read it, but I've seen movies thousands of times. And
very good. What's your favorite film of all time?
Of Lord of the Rings or
of any film?
I'm interviewing you, not you.
No, but tell me.
I do love science fiction a lot, and I think that Blade Runner is the one for me. Ridley Scott's. Yeah. It's very philosophical too. I'm actually very keen on that. I see a lot of hidden patterns, determinism,
yes.
Humanism and stuff. I think it's very great to find those themes in movies.
Some wonderful performances in it too. Yes, I like Blade Runner.
What is your favorite movie then?
I have two favorite movies. One is Casablanca, obviously.
Why obviously?
Because it's a perfect film. Because it tells a great story. It's about real people. It's got every single performance is brilliant. The heroine is absolutely gorgeous. And you can tell that the cameraman loves looking at her. The director and the cameraman are standing together and the director's saying, Just stay on her. Just look at that face. And the cameraman is going, oh yes, oh yes. And it's about good and evil, right and wrong.
And the second movie?
Les Enfants du Paradis, the Children of Paradise. It's Renoir.
Why is it so important to you? What's so special?
It has a magic of its own. It's a gloriously, a marvelous, marvelous film, and it's so rich. And every time I see it, again, you look at wonderful performances and wonderful direction, and again, an extraordinary and rich story. We're all suckers for a good story, all of us. And if any of you viewers out there want to be successful filmmakers or writers, tell us a great story. What we want to do is dream. We love our own dreams, but sometimes we like to share dreams. Film is the sharing of dreams, and make these dreams as rich and as fulfilled and as satisfying and as glorious as you can.
I think it's the best place to stop because it's a very great conclusion of all we talked about. So thank you very much for speaking with me. Okay? Ačiū labai visiems, kurie žiūrėjo mus ir susitiksime rytoj Comic-Con taipogi.
And thank you, Lithuania, for having me back.